This here is the Irrigreen smart sprinkler system. It's all in ground now. I recently did a video where I put this above ground. You can do an above ground system option. But let's go over a couple cool specs over this Irrigreen system, and let's get into how you're going to winterize it and blowing out the lines correctly. If you guys already have the Irrigreen system installed in your property, then you might want to skip forward just to the winterizing part. And if you don't have the Irrigreen system, then let me give you a little bit of details. I do have an above ground system with the Irrigreen that works phenomenally well. So check out that video if you want to, but if not, the Irrigreen system is the smartest sprinkler system on the market right now. And what makes it so smart is you can go into the app and you can map out exactly where you want water to go. So you're not going to water on any patios, you're not going to water on unwanted areas in the driveway, sidewalks, etc. You get to set the exact boundary around your flower beds, whatever, and only water the lawn, which is going to help you save money. It's also going to prevent the overlap. Traditional sprinkler systems go head to head. This one doesn't need to go head to head. It can just go right up to the line of where your last water or your last stream is landing. So one of the other cool features about this is you're actually going to use less heads when you put this system in your lawn. I only have 6 heads to cover a little around 8,500 square feet, 9,000 square feet. So 6 heads, 9,000 square feet. It's a super weird shaped backyard and side yard that I have. So I had to get a little creative with some of the areas, but for the most part, if you have a square rectangle backyard or these weird shapes, this system's perfect because I'm customizing the shape of my lawn to fit the sprinkler system, to fit the amount of water that I need, to make sure that I'm not getting that water anywhere else but in the ground. So let's open up the app. Here you're going to see your Irrigreen system. It's going to tell you that everything looks great. It's going to show you how much water that you've already used, and then you can click into your zones. Now it's going to show each one of your zones here. So if I click into zone 5, you go into zone 5 and you can edit your shape. It's going to load up. So once it's all loaded up, you hit continue and you can see the streamline, and you can see that my irrigation is running over there. So if I click one of these points, you're going to see the irrigation head move to those points and shoot exactly right along that property line. How that's being done, let's zoom into one of these little points. So this point here I can take and I can edit and move into whatever shape I'd like it to be, which then brings the stream down to wherever I want it to be. So there's my overall shape. It looks kind of weird. It's kind of like a square. My other irrigation head is coming right along that side and watering there. I'm not getting any overlap. And then when I click play, it's actually going to let me see the pattern that it's going to go. So I can watch this irrigation system go and make sure that I'm not hitting any patios or anything that I don't want to be watering. One of the cool features is that it has a super small skinny stream and a thicker stream. So you're getting the areas up close and personal here, but then you're also able to get all the way out to where you need it to go. Take a quick look here at this. It's coming down around, it's wrapping right along my flower bed, not getting into the flower bed. It's perfectly mapped out. When everything is all done, you're happy with the zone that you have, you just hit save and exit, and that's the mapping of your zone. Next, you can go to your schedule. From here you can customize the name, the start time, the cycle of how many days you want it to water, or if you want it to be even days, odd days, whatever. Your zone you turn on and off by that, and you can put exactly how much water you want to be putting down in each zone. And you just hit save and you're all done. So they make it super simple. It's all on your phone. You're going to need an air compressor, an air hose. You're going to need some couplers, which connects to your backflow preventer to be able to get the air into your line. And then don't forget, you want to turn off your water supply from the inside to your irrigation system. That way you're not just blowing water and not getting rid of the water. You're blowing air into it and getting all the water out and safe for the winter months to come. So depending on what pipe you have will determine how much PSI that you're allowed to be putting into the system itself. Anything from 80 to 50 PSI is what you're going to need to be able to pump out your water. to be able to pump out your water lines. So when we do this, all we're going to do is we're going to hook up our air compressor to the backflow preventer or the adapter that you've just installed, and your air tank is all filled up, and we're going to open up one of the heads. So we go to the one that's furthest away from the system. That's going to be zone 6 for me, so I'm going to open that up in the app. And just like we would be editing the shapes in the system itself, we're going to click zone shape or edit, and that's going to be able to allow us to open up the valve or the head inside, turn on the air hose and start letting the air go through. So the key here is that once the water is not coming out of your irrigation head anymore and you're just seeing the air come out, you're going to want to stop putting air through the system, because the water is cooling down the gears in these heads and you can burn out the heads and damage them. So highly recommended, once you start seeing air coming out and it's misting, stop the air and let the system turn back off. Your zone 6 or whatever zone you just blew out is all done, and we're just going to open the app and repeat the steps until our system is completely blown out. Again, just a reminder, make sure after 20-30 seconds of putting air through the system, after all the water's gone, you turn the air off. That way you don't burn up the gears and ruin your head. And just make sure all your valves are off from the inside, outside. The port that you just hooked up for your air compressor is taken back out, and you should be good to go for your system. And if you don't have an Irrigreen system, there's a code below that helps you get one of the heads for free, or maybe you want to add on to your system next summer or spring. I have a code, it's in the description. This is going to get you a buy one get one type deal, so a free head. That's a good savings. I've used this system above ground and in ground, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it very much. It is certainly pretty state-of-the-art. It's super smart. It waters where I want it to and not where I don't need it to, so I've been happy with it. I know a lot of people that have been using it so far the past year or two have been super happy with it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next one.